Stop pulling those plants. That weed you just ripped out? People are paying $12 per bunch for it at Whole Foods right now. I'm serious. What if I told you your yard is literally a grocery store and you've been throwing away the profits? Stick around because number 7 is probably growing next to your driveway, and it's worth more than the vegetables in your fridge. Hey there, garden friends. Welcome back to Earthly Gardening, where we help you grow more while spending less. If you're new here, you've just stumbled into the channel that's about to change how you see your yard forever. I'm pumped to share this with you today because this might be the most valuable video I've ever made for your wallet and your health. Before we dive in, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button right now if you're tired of spending money at the grocery store when free food is literally under your feet. And subscribe because we're dropping budget-friendly garden gold every single week. Alright, let's get into this. Here's the thing nobody talks about. We've been brainwashed into thinking certain plants are trash. The lawn care industry has made billions convincing us to poison perfectly good food growing in our yards. Meanwhile, health food stores are selling these same plants for crazy markup prices. Today, we're flipping the script. I'm showing you 10 so-called weeds that are nutritional powerhouses, and yes, they're probably in your yard right now. Some of these will blow your mind. Let's jump in. Weed 1, dandelion. First up, we've got dandelions. I know you're thinking, those yellow things ruining my lawn? Yep, those ones. Here's what's wild. Every single part of this plant is edible and packed with nutrients. The leaves have more iron than spinach, more calcium than broccoli, and they're loaded with vitamins A, C, and K. People are paying $8 to $15 per pound for dandelion greens at farmers markets. $8 for something you're probably spraying with chemicals right now. The roots? You can roast them to make a coffee substitute that actually supports liver health. The flowers make incredible wine, jelly, and even fritters. Here's the move. Harvest the young leaves in spring before the flowers appear. They're less bitter and taste amazing in salads. Toss them with some olive oil, lemon juice, and garlic. Boom! Gourmet meal, $0. Your neighbors are out here fighting dandelions while you're getting free superfood salads. Who's winning? Weed 2, purslane. Number 2 is purslane, and this one's a game changer. It looks like a succulent with thick, paddle-shaped leaves that grow low to the ground. Most people see it creeping through their garden beds and yank it out without a second thought. Big mistake. Purslane has more omega-3 fatty acids than any other leafy green on the planet. We're talking about the same healthy fats in salmon, just growing wild in your backyard. It's also loaded with vitamins E, C, and beta-carotene. The taste? Imagine a lemony, slightly peppery crunch. It's incredibly raw in salads, sautéed with eggs or pickled. In Mediterranean and Middle Eastern cooking, purslane is a delicacy. They cultivate it on purpose. Meanwhile, American gardeners are treating it like public enemy number 1. Pro tip: purslane loves hot weather and poor soil. Those tough spots where nothing else grows? That's purslane paradise. Let it spread in areas where you don't need other plants, and you've got an endless supply of nutritious greens all summer long. Weed 3, lamb's quarters. Coming in at number 3, lamb's quarters. This tall, leafy plant with dusty-looking leaves is often mistaken for its toxic cousin. But once you learn to identify it, you'll never look back. The leaves have this distinctive white, powdery coating underneath. Nutritionally, it destroys cultivated spinach. More protein, more calcium, more iron, more vitamin A. Native Americans relied on this plant as a staple food source. The seeds are edible too and similar to quinoa, which makes sense because they're actually related. The flavor is mild and spinach-like, but better. Use it anywhere you'd use spinach or chard. Smoothies, stir-fries, soups, you name it. One plant can give you pounds of greens throughout the growing season. The best part? Lamb's quarters grow aggressively in disturbed soil. That means garden beds, empty lots, and yes, probably your vegetable garden right now. Instead of fighting it, harvest the tops regularly. This keeps it from going to seed while giving you continuous fresh greens. It's like having a salad bar that plants itself. Quick pause if you're learning something valuable here. Smash that like button and drop a comment telling me which of these weeds you've been pulling out of your yard. I read every single comment, and I want to know what's growing in your area. Also, share this video with a friend who needs to stop wasting money at the store. Alright, back to the list because the next one is absolutely everywhere. Weed 4. Plantain. Number 4 is plantain. Not the banana-looking fruit, I'm talking about the broad-leafed or narrow-leafed plant with those distinctive parallel veins in the leaves. It grows flat to the ground with leaves arranged in a rosette pattern. This plant is a medicinal miracle. For centuries, people have used it as a natural remedy for bug bites, stings, cuts, and skin irritations. Just chew up a leaf and apply it to the affected area. The relief is almost instant. But here's what most folks don't know. Plantain leaves are completely edible. Young leaves are tender and great in salads or cooked like greens. Older leaves get tougher but work perfectly in soups or smoothies where you blend them up. The seeds are edible too and have been used as a grain substitute. Plantain is everywhere. Lawns, sidewalk cracks, trails, disturbed ground. It's one of those plants that seems indestructible, which is perfect because you want it around. Keep some in your yard on purpose. When someone gets a bee sting at your next barbecue, you'll look like a hero pulling out this natural remedy growing right there. Weed 5. Chickweed. At number 5 we've got chickweed. This delicate little plant with tiny white star-shaped flowers and small oval leaves grows in mats across your garden. Most people barely notice it before they rip it out. Chickweed is tender, mild, and slightly sweet. It's incredible in salads, sandwiches, or as a garnish. Nutritionally, it's rich in vitamins A, D, B-complex, C, iron, calcium, potassium, and zinc. It's also been used traditionally to soothe skin conditions and support healthy digestion. Here's the beauty of chickweed. It grows best in cool weather, meaning late fall, winter, and early spring when not much else is available fresh from the garden. While everyone else is buying expensive greens trucked in from across the country, you've got fresh food growing freely right outside. Harvest it by cutting the top few inches. It'll regrow quickly, giving you multiple harvests. Toss it in everything. It's so mild that even picky eaters won't complain. Think of it as nature's way of making sure you always have fresh greens available. Weed 6. Wood sorrel. Number 6 is wood sorrel, and this one's fun. It looks like a tiny shamrock or clover with heart-shaped leaves that grow in groups of 3. The leaves fold up at night and open during the day, which is pretty cool to watch. The flavor is what sets wood sorrel apart. It's bright, tangy, and lemony because of the oxalic acid content. A little goes a long way as a flavor punch in salads, as a garnish on fish, or even muddled into drinks. Kids love it because it tastes like sour candy. Wood sorrel comes in different varieties, some with green leaves, others with burgundy or purple leaves. All are edible. You'll find it in shaded areas, under trees, in flower beds, basically anywhere that stays relatively moist. Word of caution. Because of the oxalic acid, don't go crazy eating pounds of it. A handful here and there is perfect and adds incredible flavor without any issues. Use it like you'd use lemon zest or a splash of vinegar as an accent that brightens up your dishes. It's fancy restaurant garnish stuff and it's free. Weed 7. Clover. Lucky number 7 is clover, and yes, I'm talking about regular lawn clover. White clover, red clover, both are edible and incredibly useful. The flowers are sweet and can be eaten raw, dried for tea, or used to make jelly. The leaves are edible too, though they're better cooked since raw they can be a bit tough. Red clover specifically is a nutritional powerhouse. It's high in protein, calcium, magnesium, and several vitamins. Herbalists have used red clover for years to support overall wellness. The tea is naturally sweet and pleasant. But here's the kicker. Clover is a nitrogen-fixing plant. That means it actually improves your soil quality while it grows. Lawn care companies have convinced people that a pure grass lawn is the goal, but smart gardeners are letting clover take over. It stays green during droughts, never needs fertilizer, and feeds you while feeding your soil. Stop fighting clover. Encourage it. Let it spread. Your lawn will be healthier, you'll spend less money and effort maintaining it, and you'll have free food and medicine right outside your door. This is the definition of working smarter, not harder. Weed 8. Amaranth. Number 8 is amaranth, specifically wild amaranth or pigweed. This tall plant with broad leaves and long flower spikes is related to the cultivated grain amaranth that people pay premium prices for at health food stores. The leaves are tender when young and taste similar to spinach. They're incredibly nutritious, high in protein, calcium, iron, and vitamins A and C. In many cultures, amaranth greens are a prized vegetable, not a weed. The seeds are where it gets really interesting. Amaranth seeds are a complete protein, meaning they contain all 9 essential amino acids. They're gluten-free, easy to digest, and were a staple food for the Aztecs. One plant can produce thousands of seeds. To harvest seeds, let the flower spikes mature and dry, then thresh them by rubbing the seed heads over a bucket. You'll get tons of tiny seeds that you can cook like rice, pop like popcorn, or grind into flour. This is seriously valuable food that most people are throwing in their compost pile or worse, poisoning. Weed 9 violets. At number 9, violets. Those pretty little purple, white, or yellow flowers with heart-shaped leaves that pop up in shady spots. Completely edible. Both the flowers and leaves are safe to eat and surprisingly nutritious. Violet leaves have more vitamin C than oranges and more vitamin A than spinach. The flowers are delicate and slightly sweet, perfect for decorating cakes, freezing into ice cubes, or candying for fancy desserts. The leaves can be eaten raw in salads or cooked like greens. Violets also make an incredible syrup. Steep the flowers in hot water, strain, add sugar, and you've got this beautiful purple syrup that's amazing on pancakes, in cocktails, or drizzled over desserts. People sell violet syrup at farmers markets for $12 to $20 a bottle. Here's something cool. Violets spread through underground runners and self-seeding, so once you have them, you'll always have them. They prefer shade and moist soil, making them perfect for those problem areas where grass won't grow. Let them naturalize, and you'll have edible flowers every spring without lifting a finger. Weed 10, wild garlic and onion. And finally, number 10, wild garlic and wild onion. If you've got patches of grass-like plants that smell like onions when you mow over them, congratulations, you've got edible alliums growing wild. Every part is edible. The leaves, the bulbs, the flowers. The flavor is exactly what you'd expect. Garlicky or oniony depending on the variety. Use them anywhere you'd use cultivated garlic or onions. Chop the greens into salads, soups, or scrambled eggs. Dig up the bulbs to use in cooking. The flowers are beautiful and taste great in salads. Wild alliums are persistent. They come back year after year from bulbs underground. Instead of trying to eliminate them, harvest them. You'll never buy green onions or garlic scapes again. One tip: correctly identify them first. All alliums smell like onion or garlic when crushed. If it doesn't smell right, don't eat it. But once you know what you're looking for, you'll spot them everywhere, and you'll realize you've been sitting on free flavor bombs this whole time. So there you have 10 expensive superfoods growing wild in your yard right now, completely free. Stop treating these plants like enemies and start seeing them for what they really are: nutritious, delicious, and resilient food sources that require zero effort on your part. Imagine cutting your grocery bill while eating healthier. Imagine teaching your kids that food doesn't just come from stores. Imagine having a yard that works for you instead of draining your time and money. Here's what I want you to do. Pick one plant from this list. Just one. Learn to identify it properly, harvest it safely, and try it in a meal this week. Start small, build your confidence, and watch how it changes your relationship with your yard. If this video opened your eyes, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We're building a community of smart gardeners who refuse to waste money when free abundance is everywhere. Drop a comment telling me which plant you're trying first, and check out the video popping up on screen right now where I show you how to identify these plants in detail. Thanks for watching, and remember, the best garden is the one that feeds you without breaking the bank. I'll see you in the next one.